What is up, everybody? It's your boy Dyzek of the Dead. We're back with another video behind the lyrics of my new album Culture War, available now on all streaming platforms. So we're going to check out the next song, Killer Instinct. It was recorded at Audible Studios, mixed and mastered by Random. I wrote all the lyrics myself, and that applies to the majority of this album, by the way. I guess I have to repeat it because I got to give flowers where they're due, you know. So we're going to check this out, and I'm going to break down the lyrics. I hope you enjoy. Let's see if we can get this right back here. This might be another long video, but we're going to grind it out, baby. We're going to do this.
Take my pain, selling my soul. I wanted fame, give me the gold. Now it's a shame, I wanted more. Trust no one when you're on a roll. Shit's all lame, got a new goal. I'll be the one that's killing the goats. Got something to say to my face. I don't speak with ghosts.
So that opening part, that opening section, take my pain, selling my soul. I wanted fame, give me the gold. That's kind of like me praying, right? I have my hands together like this, and I feel like I'm praying. And I'm praying for something that I want to achieve, right? Take my pain. You know, I want you to take my pain, Lord. You know, talking to God, basically. Take my pain, selling my soul. I wanted fame, give me the gold. So basically, it's like, you know, I want to not... this is a song that's the theme of it is... I know... How do I explain this? I know who the snakes are. I know who wants stuff from me and who's actually my friend. The song itself is sort of like a exposing the fake ones kind of song, right? How do I explain this? Because basically it's like I know that going into this game, you know, you gain a certain level of notoriety. You get, you know, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't want money and fame, right? That's certainly an aspect of doing it, but if I wanted money and fame alone, I'd be a freaking Twitch streamer. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I make this kind of music because I enjoy this kind of music, because I appreciate it. I love the culture around it. I'm not just doing it to grift, right? I put a lot of work into this album and into this music in order to achieve it. It was always a goal of mine, but it's unavoidable to get fame, and you can't be successful without the fame and the money, right? So it's take my pain. I want to not, you know, feel the mental angst, you know, that I feel. Don't want to go into full-on details on that right now, but take my pain, selling my soul is, you know, selling your soul to the game, basically. And, you know, selling my soul, I wanted fame, give me the gold. Now it's a shame, I wanted more. So that's kind of like a greed thing, right? That's like, okay, now that I've sold my soul, and by the way, this is all theoretical. None of this actually happened. This is literally my first album. I haven't sold out anything. But I'm selling my soul. Give me the gold. I want all of it. So, you know, I'm trying to sell out so that I can get everything I wanted, right? It's making a deal with the devil. Sell my soul. I wanted fame. Give me the gold. Now it's a shame. I wanted more because I got everything I could want, and now I want more. It's a shame that, you know, selling out has made me greedy, right? Now I wanted more. Trust nobody when you're on a roll. This is the main theme of the song right here, is trust nobody when you're on a roll. When you start getting successful, when you start making moves and getting to a point where you're profitable and you start getting super successful, don't trust anybody. Don't trust your enemies. Don't trust your friends. Don't trust your family. This is something I've learned very well. And I got love for my people, but there's a hint of distrust that I have. And that's this song. You know, one of the things this song addresses is that I anticipate everybody, and I mean everybody, to eventually turn their backs on me. I anticipate it 100%. I'm not saying that I want that, right? That's the last thing I want. But if it happens, I want to be the least amount of surprised, basically. Right? That's what that means. And so, take my pain, sell my soul. I want a fame, give me the gold. That's a shame, I wanted more. Trust no one when you're on a roll. Shit's all lame, got a new goal. I'll be the one that's killing the goats. I'll be the one that's killing the goats is basically, all you mainstream goats, greatest of all time. Yeah, you're basically heroes to me. It's all, oh, he's the goat, he's the greatest of all time. But poor little baby lamb is about to be beheaded for human sacrifice. Oh shit, that might get me demonetized. But got a new goal. You know, shit's all lame. Got a new goal. That's me giving up on the idea of selling out, on the idea of signing on to a record label or selling out to a major label or a major company or something. That's all lame now because I got a new goal, and the new goal is to contribute to the Iron Age, the homegrown, homemade Iron Age of media and content. We are now the media. Now that we have platforms like YouTube, we are now the media. We don't need big people within an industry to get somewhere, right? People are doing this shit in their homes. Hell, I wrote this album in my bedroom. This whole thing, right? So, I don't go. I'll be the one that's killing the goats. Got something to say to my face. I don't speak with ghosts. So, you got something to say to my face? That's too bad. You a ghost. Sorry. that's basically me saying I'm ghosting the fuckers that are about to turn their backs on me, right? And so I don't speak with ghosts. So yeah.
On the attack, all of my homies be having my back. I don't gotta sell my soul no more. The industry has gone to war. The legacy is dying and they're turning into carnivores.
So on the attack, all of my homies be having my back. So this is a scenario I'm describing. So on the attack, all of my homies be having my back. I don't gotta sell my soul no more. The industry has gone to war. Now that and when I say the industry has gone to war, the mainstream industry, the mainstream media, legacy media, music industry, Hollywood, big tech, big pharma, all of it. The industry has gone to war, not just with themselves, but with the people, and vice versa. Like the Hollywood has been the biggest perpetrator of this. But any Hollywood celebrity will tell you the industry has gone to war with its audience. And that is one of the big things about this album. One of the big reasons why it motivated me to make this album and make this music is because the mainstream propaganda news, everybody you see on your phones, on your TVs, on your magazines, everybody who you listen to music, they all have an opinion and they all want you to conform to it, regardless of what it is, right? So the industry has gone to war. It's now not, it's culture war. It's you took a stance on some hot political topic, and now you will either alienate your audience or you will alienate people around you, and then it becomes a circle. It becomes a circular motion of a culture war. It's an Ouroboros of attacks, basically. So the industry has gone to war. So on the attack, all of my homies be having my back. I don't gotta sell my soul no more. So I don't gotta sell my soul no more. Now that we have YouTube, we have alternatives, I don't got to sell my soul, and I got all my homies at my back, backing me, as I'm, chugging through this thing, and I don't got to sell out because the industry's fucked. The industry's gonna die. So what's the point of selling out to a dead industry? So.
This is a problem. All the homies be checking the options. Looking around, acting like they've been scared of the monsters.
So, okay, let's take this back real quick.
I don't gotta sell my soul no more. The industry has gone to war. The legacy is dying and they're turning into carnivores. This is a problem. All the homies be checking the options.
So, the legacy media is dying and they're turning into carnivores. They're eating each other alive, right? They will eat each other alive. The legacy is dying and they're turning into carnivores. This is a problem. All the homies be checking their options. Excuse me. When I say this is a problem, the homies behind my back, the ones who got my back, they're checking their options now in this sort of theoretical scenario. They're checking their options because now that the mainstream media is dying and they're turning into carnivores, they're getting scared, right? It's we've been comfortable with this industry standard for so long that we want to preserve it rather than let it fail. So they get scared and they start checking their options. And it's like, okay, do I really want to back Dedshot Dyzek? when this whole thing crumbles, right? Do I really want to back the Iron Age? So all the homies be checking their options, and I go, hey.
Looking around, acting like they've been scared of the monsters.
Looking around, acting like they've been scared of the monsters, and the monsters being like this metaphorical thing, whether it's the mainstream or whatever. But the homies who were at my back, riding with me, are now going, oh shit, I'm in way over my head now. And they're looking around, checking their options, trying to sneak their way out. You know, they ain't back in Dedshot Dyzek no more. They ain't back in Dedshot Dyzek no more because whether they line up politically or opinion-wise with the mainstream that, legacy is dying, they're looking for a way out. They're looking for a way out of the battle. Whether that means to sell out or just to fuck off, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So that's what that point is.
I would say I'm not surprised. All the phonies be telling lies. Turn to ops and stab in the back, depending on how they strategize.
I would say I'm not surprised. All the phonies be telling lies. Turn to ops and stab in the back, depending on how they strategize. So that's basically me saying I'm not surprised that the people who I was supposed to trust, who I thought were my friends, who I thought were people who backed me, are now turning against me because they got scared. They got spooked at the scope of what I'm trying to achieve, and they decided to turn to ops and stab in my back. It's like I said, turn to ops and stab in my back depending on how they strategize, because they're trying to scheme against me to take me down in order to preserve the old guard that decided to eat itself alive. So that's basically me saying, I anticipated your betrayal, Judas.
You want to sabotage? Better bring 100 guys. Better strike swift as the devil, or I'll be the one that sends you to God.
Yeah, you want to sabotage? Better bring 100 guys. Fucking John Wick over here. Better strike swift as the devil, or I'll be the one that sends you to God. That was just a hard bar, but it proves my point that it's like, if there are people who are my friends, and don't get me wrong, this is not a hate song towards them. It's just me saying, I know that it's going to happen. I know eventually someone's going to turn the back, because it's already happened before, right? That I've had friends turn against me and ghost me and say horrible shit about me, even to my face, because they disagreed with something that I did or said. And then all of a sudden, I'm this evil villain, right? So I've had it happen before, and I anticipate that it will happen again. This is an industry that is full of landmines, and I am fully prepared to witness that happen. So that was sort of the point of this, and that's the point of this song, really, in its entirety. So yeah, strike swift as the devil, or I'll be the one that sends you to God. It's pretty self-explanatory.
And I don't fear nobody if they gonna bleed. And I don't trust you if you're gonna show your teeth. And I don't worry cause you know I don't sleep. That ain't my fault, it's just my killer instinct.
So this hook, I'm not gonna lie, this is a better hook than what I started out with the demo. But I think my vocals were not the greatest while recording it, so it does sound a little bit iffy to me, but I'm not disappointed either because Random made it sound really good. And I think the essence of what I was trying to achieve there is pretty much shown. So, but and I don't fear nobody if they gonna bleed. So some of these bars, I'm not gonna lie, I bit them from another artist I really like. His name is Burden, as he had one, like a couple bars. It was like, I don't sleep, I don't got nothing to eat, ain't nothing for free, something like that. And I was like, oh shit, that'd be hard. So admittedly, I bit that because I really like Burden, man. I like Burden a lot. So I bit that and I sort of flipped it and turned it into a hook. And, I was like, because I like that. Don't fix something that's not broken, basically, right? I don't want to say that I stole from the man, because if I stole from the man, like, to be fair, this whole song is kind of inspired from his style of rap anyway, from his sort of way of cadence and like how his songs usually sound. So it is kind of like an homage to him a little bit. But I didn't want to just be like biting his whole shit and like stealing it from him. Right? Like I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to be a little bit more creative and more my own thing from my own experience. But I don't fear nobody if they gonna bleed, right? So if I see blood, then okay, I see weakness. So I'm not scared of somebody with weakness. I'm not scared of somebody who bleeds, right? And I don't fear nobody if they gonna bleed. How's the? Oh shit, how'd it go?
No, I don't sleep. If you're gonna show your teeth, they gonna bleed. And I don't trust you if you're gonna show your teeth.
And I don't trust you if you're gonna show your teeth. So if you're showing your teeth and you're showing fangs, we may be cool and I might have a lot of respect for you because I mean, showing your teeth shows that you got some guts, that you're you know what you're doing. But if you're showing your teeth at me and I'm supposed to trust you, it's like nah. That's a thing that like apes do. Like I was told, because my mom, she visited Africa, like Tanzania before I was born, and she said that when she and my dad saw the gorillas, you're not supposed to smile around gorillas because gorillas, like if they see your teeth, they're gonna think you're an animal. They're gonna think you're a carnivorous animal, and they'll try and turn you into some leopard meat. So you can't show your teeth around apes or gorillas because they'll see it as a threat. So essentially, that's kind of what I'm doing here. Is like I don't trust anybody that's showing their teeth because I see that you're a threat and I'll acknowledge it and I'm not gonna trust you, right?
And I don't worry cause I don't sleep. That ain't my fault, it's just my killer instinct.
And I don't worry because I don't sleep. I don't want to say I don't sleep all the time. I probably don't sleep as much as a normal human does. But that's sort of my point is like I stay with one eye open. I'm very aware of the betrayal. I'm very aware of the potential bullshit that I will face. Staying one eye open while I sleep. And then I say, I don't know, man, just my killer instinct, right? It's just my animalistic killer instinct. Lyrical miracles. That shit. Yeah, it's my killer instinct. I trust my gut. And I see teeth, don't trust you. I see blood, don't fear you. And I don't sleep, so I ain't scared. I ain't worried.
And I don't trust something if they say that it's free. And I don't trust the blind if they say they can see.
And I don't trust something if they say that it's free. So if somebody's like, "Hey, I got a free link for you, bro. Come get a free advertisement, free T-shirt. Get a fucking mug." And they say it's free, but they want you to buy something, right? It's always you want to buy something. I don't trust you if they say it's free, and I don't trust the blind if they say they can see. So that's quite a few meanings because that could be like if somebody says they're blind, like in a literal sense, but they can see, then they're fucking lying because they're blind. That should be self-explanatory. But and I don't trust the blind if they say they can see. So that the double meaning behind that is sort of the propaganda sheep. The people who are blind and follow the herd, they follow the crowd, but they say that they are they think different and that they are unique, right? So I don't trust the blind if they say they can see. So they think that they're different when in reality they are no different. That they are just another NPC, another cog in the machine who believes that their sentience is somehow different. So I don't trust that kind of person because they are inherently unreliable, right? They are unreliable. And so you can't trust that. You can't trust that in, I guess, in any aspect, really. All you can do is just be like, all right, you do your thing, bro. But I don't trust nothing that is free. I'm basically listing off all the shit that I don't trust and what I feel like, okay, that's something I need to avoid in this industry.
And I don't turn on those be throwing shade on me, but I can't help it's just my killer instinct.
And I don't turn on those be throwing shade on me. So those people who are throwing shade on me, those who wish me dead, those who are talking shit, I'm not going to turn my back on them because I'm giving them a target. You know? So I'm going to turn to them face to face and be like, say that shit to my face, bro. That's sort of the point there is I ain't turning my back, I ain't turning on those who throw shit on me. Is basically saying that, you know, it's another way of saying, you know, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer, basically, right? That's a certain way of saying it, you know.
When does it ever end on me? But I can't help it, it's just my killer instinct. When does it ever end? I'm gonna need blessings for all my sins. I'll be the saint of killers. Shout out to my Velican.
So wait, when does it ever end? I'm gonna need blessings for all my sins. So when does it ever end? Like, when is this sort of painful, agonizing cycle of losing friends and you know, going through the emotional roller coaster of being a rapper, if you can call it that. You can call it an emotional roller coaster. But, you know, I guess fame in general will drive people crazy. So when will this ever end? I'm going to need blessings for all my sins. You know, for all the things that, you know, I could do or have done, basically, in terms of, you know, pissing people off or antagonizing people or having my friends turn against me. These are questions that I'm asking, basically, of it's like existential questions of why is it that now that I'm successful, that all the people who had my back are turning against me? And when is it going to end? You know, please forgive me for whatever I did, right? You know, when does it ever end? I'm going to need blessing for all my sins. I'll be the saint of killers. So, the saint of killers is a character from the comic book and TV show Preacher, which I'm really liking Preacher. I'm watching it on Netflix right now, and I fucking love Preacher. It's a really good show so far. I'm in the middle of like season 2, so I'm not fully caught up, but the Saint of Killers is a very unique character, and I am very fascinated by his character. So I wrote this knowing the Saint of Killers from the comic book before watching the TV show. So I'd be like, I'd be the Saint of Killers, saying that I'm comparing myself to the character Saint of Killers from Preacher. Not for any particular reason, but it sounds cool. You know, I'll be the Saint of Killers. Shout out to my Velican. So that was sort of a shout out to my friend Anthony Velasco, who he's a friend who's trained with me at the Bushiban, my local dojo, and he's trained with me for like around about, I don't know, man, 7 years. We've known each other 7 years. He's trained with me. We've been through ups and downs. We went through Anime Matsuri together. We saw Vic Mignogna. Anime Matsuri was fun. I love Anthony. He's a brother, you know. And we trained a lot, and I told him I'd give him a shout out on this song because I thought he was a real one. He's not the only real one though. He's just the one that sort of came to mind with this. And so Saint, he also his I think that's one of the reasons why I called it Saint of Killers is because I call it Killer Instinct, Killers, and Saint because his Instagram name was just Saint with the $, right? And so it's like I'll be the Saint of Killers was kind of like that would be the you know duo name between us basically, right? Saint of Killers. So that was like a double thing there. But shout out to my Velican. So Velican is Anthony's brand, his clothing brand. So y'all should go check out Velican. Is Velakin. It's an athletic sportswear brand. You know, very comfortable shirts and whatnot. I personally don't own a Velican. I want to, but I felt them. I felt them before, and they feel great. So yeah, he started up his own business. It was, you know, pretty cool. So it's like shout out to my Velican and give it the word kin is in there. It's like a what's it called? Compound syllable, right? So kin being person of familiarity, and given that, you know, that's his name, Velasco Velican. So that was his clever name for the brand, but also I'm calling him like kin to me. So shout out to my Bella Kent, right? You know what I mean? So shout out Anthony, man. Love you. Thank you for being my friend, bro.
Any blessings for all my sins. I'll be the saint of killers. Shout out to my Velican. I'm south raised like a redneck. I'm built tough like a maverick. You show respect, then you get respect, or you get bloodied and left for dead.
So I'm south raised like a redneck. I'm built tough like a maverick. So built tough like a Ford Maverick. South raised like a redneck. I don't know how I rhymed. It's like, shout out to my Velican. I'm south raised like a redneck. I'm built tough like a maverick. That shit shouldn't rhyme, and it doesn't rhyme, but my cadence was like, fuck it. It's going to rhyme anyway, motherfucker. So I'm south raised like a redneck. I'm from Texas. You can't say I'm not from the South, bro. So south raised like a redneck. I'm built tough like a maverick. Like a Ford Maverick, built tough. I'm built tough like a maverick. You show respect and you get respect. Or you get bloodied and left for dead. That's sort of like my mindset as a competitive fighter. So as I mentioned before, I train at Bushibon in the MMA program that they got there, and I've been training there since I was a little kid in the karate stuff. And I've gone through so many different art styles. Bushibon is so unique in the way that they teach and how many things you learn while you're there. So I got my first degree black belt there, and I've been training MMA since. I need to get back in there because I haven't been going recently because I've been working on an album in school. But still, there was a point in time. Another thing that inspired me to make this song is there was a point in time where I was in the best shape of my life, and I was boxing for real at this event, and I was way out of my league. I don't think I was experienced enough or ready enough to do that. But I got in there anyway, and I didn't know who my opponent was. Long story short, I'll explain this story another day. But long story short, I didn't know who my opponent was, and he beat the piss out of me. He knocked me out, and I'm pretty sure I had a concussion. But I thought I was fine. I didn't need to go to the doctor or nothing. Should have did it. Should have gone to the doctor. It knocked like a whole fucking half my life out of my brain. So all that memory gone. So yeah, dude, like that moment made me realize, oh shit, I need to step up. I need to be serious now. I need to get carnivorous, right? So that was a moment that made me want to preserve my brain, preserve the noodle that keeps me, I guess, intelligent. And sometimes I blank out. Sometimes I blank out a little bit. It's no biggie. It's not like it's anything serious. It's usually from a lack of sleep, to be honest with you, as I mentioned earlier in the song. But that moment made me sort of aware of my abilities and what I'm capable of, and made me like, before that moment, before I got knocked out, I was pushing my opponents to, that was my normal like thing, as I was pushing my opponents to the edge of the ring, but I wasn't engaging as much, and I wasn't like going in, and I was a little bit restrained because I didn't want to hurt anybody, right? I was still in the mindset of not wanting to hurt anybody or get in trouble for being too aggressive or get sloppy with the way that I do things, right? Because I'm built like a tank, and I can't be like hitting too fast. Like I have to pick my spots and go in, right? So, but that moment made me strategize a little bit more. And now, when I get in the ring with people, whether they're my size, whether they're smaller than me, bigger than me, whatever, I'm not afraid of like anything. Like one of the trainers there, who's been going there probably as long as I have, maybe longer, he's a big dude. He's a big old bear, right? He's a big fucking dude. And I love him to death. But he'll beat the piss out of me. And then he'll pick me up, and he's like, this is why I like training with you, Dyzek. You can take a beating like a man. And he gets back to beating the piss out of me because I can take so much damage. And he's laying it in on me. He's giving me the work. And I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'm giving it back, right? I'm giving it back. So now that like this song inspired me, or what inspired this song is sort of that mindset that I was building, that killer instinct. You either have it or you don't, right? And there's a point where when you get in the ring and you're like, if I die today, I'm ready, right? And that was sort of my mindset. And it's in a way it still is. I need to get back in there and fucking flex those muscles. But that was, that's what this song was sort of built off of. So you show respect or you show respect and you get respect, or you get bloodied and left for dead. That sort of line is, you show respect, you get a bow, you get a hug, you get, whenever we get out of the ring, it's all love, right? Whenever I beat the fuck out of you in the ring, it's not anything personal, but you show respect and you get respect. We bow to each other, we get a handshake, all that stuff. You show respect and you get respect, or you get bloodied and left for dead. That doesn't have to be literal, but it's sort of like this, overtly elitist fighter's way of mentality of saying, if you're going to be disrespectful, you're going to get fucked up. You're going to get fucked up hard, right? So check your ego before you get into a fight with a bigger cat. So that's basically what that's about. Because we've had several stories in our gym where people would come in and they think that they're hot shit. They were good street fighters, or they were good with their hands, but whenever it came to kicks, whenever it came to jiu-jitsu, they fumbled. They were all, I'm six-pack chiseled Adonis. Nobody's gonna fight me, bro. I'm too prime for this. And then they got beat up by Fat Boy. They get in there, and someone like me, who's not the best shape, not like six-pack or nothing, but I get in there and I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you're, chiseled Adonis, bro. I don't give a fuck if you're Zeus. I'm fucking you up. Because that's what it is, bro. It's a killer instinct. And so you get bloodied or left for dead. So there's a point in a man's life where you start to think, okay, do I have the ability to protect my family? Do I have the ability to become the animal I need to be, and also restrain myself when I don't need to be, right? Whenever it comes to these things. So that's like almost the main, I'm diving into so many themes of this song that's only 2 minutes long. 2 to 3 minutes long. So you get bloody or left for dead. So yeah.
Tough like a maverick, you show respect and you get respect, or you get bloodied and left for dead. I want revenge and respect. I want the cash and the check. I want all the gold, and I want severed heads.
I want revenge and respect. So revenge for the industry dying, revenge for the death of all these franchise IPs, revenge for, I don't know, people treating me like shit in high school or something. I don't know, revenge for something. I want revenge and respect. Definitely want respect. Anybody wants respect, dog. I want the cash and the check. I want all the gold, and I want severed heads. So basically, this is like my wish list of things that I want to accomplish on my own. I want revenge and respect. Revenge for all the things that the mainstream industry has destroyed. I want respect for doing this on my own, for going out as an independent artist and doing this shit on my own in the Iron Age. I want the cash and the check. I want to make money off this shit. I want to make money off of going independent. I want to make it all by myself, because I don't have any lawyers. I don't have any managers. I don't have any advertising. This is all me. I made the beats. I wrote all the lyrics. The only thing I got help with was the engineering at Audible Studios with Random and Boosted Met at Lab 45. That is the only help I've gotten with this album. Everything else is all my friends promoting it or sharing it or listening to it. It's all this small group of people doing this. And I hope there's more people to come. And I want the cash in the check. I want to start making money off of this, right? Because I ain't paying, all these managers and promoters to do my shit. I want to get all that money. I don't want to sell out no more. I want to get all that shit coming to me now. And I have the built-in confidence from martial arts, from that killer instinct to demand those things, right? Because I worked hard to get this album out, and I worked hard to feel proud of it, right? So, I want all the gold. That's basically saying I want all the glory that comes with that money, that comes with all the stuff that I just mentioned previous. And I want severed heads. Some people heard that in the demo, and they were like, oh, you got to be careful saying that, because people will think that's an actual threat. Let me clarify. let me clarify. I'm not actually threatening for severed heads. I'm not a psychopath. All right, I'm not going to do that. What I am saying though is that is a metaphorical thing that you hear a lot in hip hop. Really, when I say I want severed heads, I want all the industry, mainstays to acknowledge me. Whether it's to be, and when I say severed heads, it's like taking the scalp from somebody you dissed, right? Since rap is, whenever I say martial arts, and like you think about martial arts being a combat sport, and hip hop music being just as competitive as combat sports, it's almost like they fit hand in hand. I've even seen rappers who are like, what's his name? King Bao, who's a rapper that also was a UFC fighter. There was that one guy who was like, hip hop is a martial art. That guy was pretty cool. Like, seeing how there's a good connection between music and martial arts, the old samurai way of, being basically a boss at everything you did. Like, if you're a samurai, you couldn't just be good at fighting. You had to be good at reading. You had to be good at education, cooking, farming. You had to be good at everything to be a proper samurai. You couldn't just be good at swordsmanship or martial arts. You had to be good at everything. And that's something I want to strive to. I might not be perfect. I might not be great at it, but that's the goal you want to have. You want to set your expectations like that, very high. So, when I say I want severed heads, I'm talking about the heads of Kendrick Lamar. I'm talking about the heads of Drake, Future, Eminem, P. Diddy, even though that might be a different head, not gonna lie, wink, wink. All the country rap artists, like, since hip-hop is a competitive sport in its own right, in its own way, what I'm saying with severed heads is I'm coming to take your spot. Whether I'm going to diss you and take a scalp or replace you because you fell off, I want the severed heads. That's what that really means. It's not like a literal severed heads, bro. Chill out. Unless I had like a katana or something. Speaking of samurai.
Want the cash in the check. I want all the gold. And I want severed heads. I'ma be making it home. All of my foes are getting in holes. I'm ripping the throats. You turn to ghosts. I'm lighting a fire and burning the throne.
So, I'm going to be making it home while all of my foes are getting in holes. So, when I say all this, it's like I'm gonna be making it home because I ain't doing stupid shit. So I'm going to be making it home. I ain't going to be dying on the street. I'm going to be making it home while all of my foes are getting in holes. That's pretty self-explanatory. All my foes are getting in the holes. Holes in the ground, that is. I don't want to, since I'm breaking this down. All of my foes are getting in holes. I'm ripping the throats. You're turning to ghosts. You're turning to ghosts. I'm ripping the throats. Mostly that's very, descriptive way of explaining that, I'm ripping the throats. You turn into ghosts. I'm lighting a fire and burning the throne. So that's me being vicious. That's me getting violent in the song. And I'm lighting a fire and burning the throne. Now, the throne here, this is a big one. So the throne that I'm talking about is the hip hop throne, whether it's big hip hop throne or just country rap throne. Because I'll explain deeper what the heir to the throne would mean, because I have another album coming out called Heir to the Throne, and I will explain that. But essentially, in this context, burning the throne is seeing the what once was the mainstream, the legacy, the industry standard, the old guard. I'm seeing that throne and I'm burning it. What once was will never be again, and therefore must be destroyed. That is basically what I'm saying with, I'm ripping the throats, you turn into ghosts, I'm lighting the fire and burning the throne. So I'm going to burn the throne and build up a new one. It's very Machiavellian. It's very Game of Thrones. Very much what I'm going for. This song, I wanted this song to fuck hard, and I hope it does. It's very heavy metal, hip-hop in a sort of way, and I hope it works. I really hope people enjoy it.
And I don't fear nobody if they gonna bleed. And I don't trust you if you're gonna show your teeth. And I don't worry cause you know I don't sleep. That ain't my fault, it's just my killer instinct. And I don't trust something if they say that it's free. And I don't trust the
thank y'all for watching this video. I hope that broke down Killer Instinct very well for y'all. So yeah, dude, check out Dyzek of the Dead. I will see y'all in the next video. Comment down below what you thought of the song, and I'll check y'all out in the next video. Don't smoke crack. Trust your killer instinct.